Assalamu alaikum. We are discussing the metallic bond today. What are the contents of today's lecture, including the definition that what is metallic bond, about the properties of metals, the complete explanation of metallic bond, as well as I will discuss the diagram. What is metallic bond? That is basically a type of chemical bond that is formed between the metal atoms only. Those are the positively charged ions. So why they are known as the positively charged? Because they have the ability to lose electron efficiently. That's why they are a positively charged ion due to mobile or free electron. So a bond formed between metal atoms, those are the positively charged ions due to mobile or free electrons, is called metallic bond. That is only exist in metal. For example, sodium. So the properties of metals will be they have high melting and boiling point because of the hard and heavy nature. They have hard and heavy nature. Third one, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Why they are good conductors of heat and electricity? Because of the presence of free or mobile electrons. While they have hard and heavy nature and high melting and boiling point because of the attraction of nucleus and the inner shell electrons. Its explanation. In metals, the hold of nucleus over the valence electron is weak, but the hold of nucleus on the inner shells is stronger. Now we are talking about the valence shell. So the hold of nucleus over the valence electrons are the outermost electrons. Those are present in the outermost shell. So those electrons will have the hold of nucleus very weak. And metals have the tendency, that's why, because the hold of nucleus is quite weak, that's why metal have the tendency to lose outermost electrons because they don't have their hold on those electrons. So those electrons can be removed from that particular atom of metal very easily. For example, in a class, or you can say in an examination hall, everyone wants to sit at the back of that particular hall. Why? Because the attention of the teachers or the examiners are on the, you can say, the on the candidates that are present on the front lines, but at the bottom their attention is very low. That's why the candidates prefer to sit at the back of the class or back of the examination hall to avoid the hold of examiner, so that they can do some type of illegal activities over there. Illegal means they can perform some cheating over there. So that's how the, if the hold of nucleus on the valence electron present on the in the outermost shell is weaker, that's why they have the tendency to lose electron quite efficiently. So why they have the weaker attraction or weak hold? Because of the large size and the greater number of shell in between nucleus and the valence electron. If the number of student between the teacher or the examiner and the student that is present in is sitting at the last of that examination hall, if the number of students between both of this examiner and that student will be higher, the hold of that examiner over that the last student will be weaker. If the number of students are lesser, then the hold of examiner over the student will be higher. That is the example related to the number of electrons. So if the inner shell are greater, so the hold of nucleus will be less on the last electrons, those are present in the outermost shell. So they have tendency to lose electron because they have low ionization potential. What is ionization potential? It is related to the ionization energy. Because the hold is very weak, so electron can easily be removed from the outermost shell. So the ionization energy is the minimum amount of energy that is required to lose most loosely bounded electron from the outermost shell. So the minimum energy that is required to lose outermost electron. So here the hold of nucleus is very weak on the electron, so the removal of electron is very easy, so very less energy will required to remove it. That's why the ionization energy, the ionization potential is very low, because energy required to remove the electron is very low. Resultantly, these free electrons move freely in space between atoms. Because they are mobile, they are always in a state of motion, because they are not in the hold of nucleus. Nucleus having the positive charge, they have the negative charge. There is the attraction, but the attraction was decreased by the presence of inner students, inner electrons. Nuclei of metal atoms appear submerged in the sea of these free electrons, because the electrons are always in a state of floating. They are always floating or moving here and there. That's why the nucleus looks like submerged in the sea of these electrons. These electrons are responsible for holding the metal atoms together, forming metallic bonds. So these are the cause, because they are always in a state of motion. They combine with other atoms more efficiently and form bond, that is metallic bond. You can see the movement of red particles across the gray particles, those are the nucleus. So they are, the red color is indicating the free electron. They are always in a state of motion. They are always in a state of motion. They are floating here and there. So here the two atoms come and the free electrons attach with each other and form a metallic bond. You can see, and energy is released. Thank you very much.